We have really an extremely exciting story that we want to share with you tonight. A Grand Rapids man adopted as a baby recently tracked down his birth mother, and he got the shock of a lifetime when he found out who she is.
Dee Morrison here now with more on this amazing discovery. Dee.
Well, it's really interesting who she is, not only that, but also just how close she was. Now, Steve Flagg has been searching online for his birth mother for 4 years, finding nothing. Then he noticed he was spelling his birth mother's last name wrong. He fixed it and got a hit: the home address of a woman in Grand Rapids.
And I thought, well, that's really close to Lowe's where I work, and I bet I've seen her in the store, not really knowing to what extent I'd seen her in the store.
He was telling a co-worker about the mix-up, that the name was Talladay, not Talladay.
And she's like, do you mean like the Chris Talladay that works here, the one head cashier up front? And
a manager looked up the home address. It was a match. It was his mother. But Steve didn't know what to say, so he waited.
just seeing her at work and thinking that's my mom, and this is very, very strange.
Last week, an adoption agency worker agreed to break the news to Chris, explaining only that a co-worker named Steve was the son she'd given up for adoption 22 years ago. But there are several Steves that work at the Plainfield Avenue Lowe's.
But I just knew it was Steve Flagg. I just knew it was. It had to be.
Chris asked the manager to check the files.
I gave her his birthday, and she came back. She's like, he's your son. And I said, my God.
For 8 months, the cashier and the delivery guy had worked together, joked around.
He did the same to me?
I know.
It was hilarious.
Never suspecting they were mother and son.
It was just like,
Instant, yeah.
you know, hug me.
Yeah.
Hug me. I haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah,
you know,
really.
hug me. And we just sat down and just talked, and we have so much in common.
Yeah.
Now they're easing from co-workers into family members.
He's a good person. That's what I was hoping. He would turn out to be a good person.
Jeans.
Good genes. That's wonderful. Thank you.
They like what they see in each other and in their future.
Geez, do I want to meet his mom and dad, because they did such a good job. He's such a good guy. He is such a good guy.
Now, Christine also had 2 more children. She herself has 7 brothers and sisters, so Steve has a half-brother and sister, lots of aunts and uncles and cousins to get to know, and he has a suddenly much bigger family to celebrate Christmas with, and they tell us that they will be celebrating together.
What a great holiday, too.
It can be so risky
Yeah.
to connect.
You just don't know. I mean, some people who, you know, on one side or the other, the child who was adopted or the parent who had to put the child up for adoption, they don't want a relationship.
Right.
In this case, that both sides of the family are just thrilled.
And
You
the
can tell.
mother had let it be known that she was okay with being contacted at some point.
It was part of the adoption record that he was able to find out her name when he turned 18 and make his own decision about whether or not he wanted to contact her. And she said, I always hoped one day I'd get a call out of the blue, you know, and his 18th birthday came and went, and here 4 years later he'd been trying to contact her and finally did and knew who she was.
Call out of the blue, he rounded the aisle.
Yeah, company Christmas party, there you go.
Amazing.
Great story. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dee.
neat.